Good day everyone, we are now in the chapter 2 of our Precalculus 1. Under chapter 2, we will be discussing exponential and radicals, polynomials and factoring, and complex number. So exponential and radicals, repeated multiplication can be written in exponential form. So example, a times a times a times a times a. So pwede natin siyang isulat in exponential form, which is a raised to 5. If a is a real number and n is a positive integer, then a raised to n is equivalent kay a multiplied by n times a times a times a kung hanggang ilang factor po yung n, no? So where n is the exponent and a is the base. The expression of a raised to n is read as a to the n power. So where n is the power and then or the exponents, then si a is the base, no? Yung n is kung ilang kung ano pong number diyan, yun din po yung kung ilang beses minultiply po yung base. For example, kung yun po ay a raised to 3, so 3 times na i-multiply po si a. So, may mga examples naman po dyan. So, basahin nyo, check nyo na lang po. Then, properties of exponents. So, we have a raised to m times a raised to n. So, pwede natin sabihin a raised to m plus n. Then, a raised to m over a raised to n is equivalent kay a raised to m minus n. Then, a raised to negative n, we can write it as 1 over a raised to n, no? Then, yung mga sumunod po, pakitandaan na lang po, ha? Then, scientific notation. So, exponents provide an efficient way of writing and computing with a very large or small numbers. So, si scientific notations is ginawa po siya for convenience po natin kasi syempre kung sobrang haba po ng numbers na kailangan nating isulat, so we can write it in a scientific notation, no? So, same values pa rin naman siya. Yun nga lang, hindi lang natin nilalagay yung mga zeros. Kung for example, itong 359 billion gallons. So, kung isusulat ka natin naman siya, may 18 zeros siya. Pero syempre, pag naka-scientific notation siya, pwede natin isulat siya as 3.59 times 10 raised to 20. So, may example pa isa dyan. Then, radical and their properties. So, a square root of a number is one of its two equal factors. So, yun po yung square root. So, 5 times 5 is 25. So, isa siya sa mga perfect square po. Then, let a and b real numbers and let n is greater than or equal to 2 be a positive integers. If a is equivalent kay b raised to n, then b is the nth root of a. Where if n is equivalent kay 2, so the roots is a square root. So, n is equivalent kay 3, so naka-cube root po siya. Then, some numbers have more than one nth root. For example, yung 5 and negative 5. So, pwede natin siya sabihin 25. So, square root of 25 is positive or negative 5. Then, the principal square root of 25 written as square root of 25 is the positive root of 5. The principal nth root of the number is defined as follows. So, let a be a real number that has at least one nth root. The principal nth root of a is the nth root that has the same sign as a. It is denoted by a radical symbol a. N is nth root of a. Then the positive integer n is the index of the radical and the number a is the radicand. If n is equivalent kay 2, omit the index, write square root of a rather than to the square root of a. So kapag square root lang po or n, yung n po ay 2, hindi na po natin nilalagay yung nth root, no? Yung square root kasi nga square nga siya. So yung automatic yung 2 is hindi na natin sinusulat. Pero kapag yan pa ay cube root, fourth root, nilalagay po natin yung 3 or yung 4 dyan sa dito po. Nilalagay po natin dyan. Okay, next. A common misunderstanding is that the square root sign implies both negative and positive roots. So hindi po yan tama, no? Madalas kasi tayo nilalagay natin plus or minus the square root of some ganitong bagay. Pero dito sa atin, or nung high school kasi, ganoon yung nangyayari kapag nag-factor tayo, automatic nilalagyan agad natin ang plus or minus the square root of ganito. Pero syempre, we must consider the positive sign only. Kasi kapag nag-negative po siya, kailangan po natin siyang ilagay na negative with the square root sign. So, kasi minsan, pag nakalagay yung negative dun sa values natin, lumalabas minsan ay imaginary po yung numbers or in a complex form po siya. So, later naman, madadaanan natin yung mga nagkaroon ng negative square root, no? Okay, integers such as 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and 36, and also 1, 8, 27, 64, and 125 are the perfect roots po sila. So, sana all perfect, di ba? So, si 1, 4, 9, 16, so square root siya. Perfect square po sila. Then, kapag 1, 8, 27, and 64, perfect cube naman po siya. So, kumbaga, yung base niya is multiplied by itself. Pag cube root, multiply mo siya ng 3 times. Then kapag square root, multiply mo siya ng 2 times. So if a is a real number and n is a positive integer such that the principal nth root of a exists, then a raised to 1 over n is defined as a raised to 1 over n is equivalent kay nth the square root of a. Nth root of a, where 1 over n is the rational exponent. So yun ang, yan naman yung moreover, if m is a positive integer that has no common factor with n, then a raised to m over n is equivalent kay a raised to 1 over m multiplied by m. So, lalabas yan, nth root of a multiplied by m, no? So, yan po. Or pwede siyang isulat na a raised to m over n. Pakitandaan po yung mga yan po yung mga properties natin, yung mga nakakahon po kanina, yun po yung mga properties natin which is useful na sa atin sa algebra. No? Magagamit po natin talaga yan. Okay, properties of radicals. So, pakapamiliarize na lang din po yan. So, we can say that nth root of a raised to m is equivalent kay n the square root of a multiplied by m. Then, yung so on so forth na lang po yan. Pakitandaan na lang po yung 6 properties ng radicals. Then, example tayo. So, use the properties of exponents to simplify each expression. Then, for letter B, rewrite each expression with positive exponents. So, for example, number 1, we have negative 3ab raised to 4 multiplied by 4ab raised to negative 3. So, we can say na negative 3ab4 multiplied by quantity 4ab negative 3. So, we have properties which is a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n is equivalent to a raised to m plus n. So, therefore, mangyayari, ipa-plus lang po natin yung power, no? O yung numbers dun sa taas or yung exponents ng variable natin. For example, itong negative 3ab cube, b4 multiplied by 4ab raised to negative 3. So, 3 times 4 will become negative 12. A, di ba may 1 yan? May 1 din to. 1 plus 1 will be 2. 1 plus 1. Then, b, 4 plus negative 3. Therefore, ang lalabas na sagot dyan, negative 12, A, 1 plus 1 is 2, B, 4 plus negative 3, so negative, lalabas dyan is 1, so 1. Therefore, the final answer will be negative 12A squared B. Hindi na po natin ilalagay yung 1 dun sa exponents ng B kasi nga, wala naman siyang 1 naman siya eh. Ito po yung final answer dun sa question number 1. Then, for number 2, we have number 2. For number 2, we have 2xy squared raised to 3 naman. So, meron tayong properties which is equivalent kay a, ba't ito sulat? Wait lang. A raised to m multiplied by n power, so lalabas siya ay a raised to m n. Therefore, kung ito ay 2xy squared cube power, so lalabas siya ay 2 cube then x 1 times 3 Kasi nga may 1 naman na power yan. Then y, 2 times 3. Therefore, our answer will be 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. X, 1 times 3 is 3. Y, 2 times 3 is 6. So, the final answer will be 8x cubed y raised to 6. Then, for example, number 3, we have number 3, 3a multiplied by negative 4a squared quantity 0. We have properties which is a raised to 0 is equivalent kay 1, or any number raised to 0 is equivalent kay 1. So therefore, ito na raised to 0, 1 pa ang value niyan. So the final answer will be 3a multiplied by 1. Therefore, the answer will be 3a. So yan po yung sagot para sa number 3. So kapag familiar po kayo sa mga properties, madali na lang po siya, no? Okay, number 4. Number 4, we have 5x cubed all over y quantity squared. We have properties a over b quantity raised to m will be a raised to m over b raised to m. So therefore, dito, ganun din ang mangyayari. We can say that 5 raised to 2. Then, ito, magkakaroon natin ng power, ng properties, which is equivalent kay a raised to m multiplied by n power. So, lalabas a raised to m, n. Therefore, x, 3 times 2 tayo, all over y squared. Then, lalabas 5 times 5 is 25. Then, x, 3 times 2 is 6 all over y squared. Ito po yung final answer. Okay. For number 5, we can say that cube root of 8, number 5, cube root of 8x squared over y quantity squared. So, lalabas, we can say na yung kanina ulit, a over b quantity m is equivalent kay a raised to m over b raised to m. Pwede ko sabihin, cube root of 8x squared multiplied by quantity squared all over y squared. Then, we have a formula na a raised, nth root ni a is equivalent kay a raised to 1 over n. Then, kapag sinabing n, the square root ni a, m, n, the square root ni a, m, so pwede natin siyang i-rewrite as a raised to m over n, or a raised to 1 over n times m. So, lalabas, mag-multiply, magiging m over n pa rin naman siya. So, ito, lalabas, dito sa equation natin, pwede kong i-rewrite to as 8. Yung 8 natin ay cube root, di ba? So, perfect cube root po siya. So, pwede natin siyang isulat as 2 agad. 2x squared quantity squared all over y squared. So, we can say that 2 squared, 2 times 2 is 4 agad. Then, x, ito, 2 plus 2 times 2. So, lalabas siya na ay, ito ay may cube root pa rin ha. Wait lang. Okay, reading ko lang. Medyo na. Okay, perfect cube root po yung 8. So, lalabas, ito ay 2. Then, pwede ko isulat ko na cube root of x squared quantity squared over y squared. Therefore, pag sinulat natin yan, ito, erase ko na ito. Pag sinulat natin yan, lalabas, ito ay 2 squared, tapos pwede kong isulat ito as multiplied by x raised to 2 over 3 quantity squared ulit all over y squared. Then, the final answer will be 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Tapos dito, lalabas 2 times 2, 2 over 3 times 2. Lalabas siya na ay x raised to 4 over 3 all over y squared. So, pwede na natin itong answer. Pero kung nire-required na naka-radical pa rin yung sagot, pwede natin isulat yan as 4. Then, since yung 3 yung base, magiging 3 or cube root of x raised to 4 all over y squared. So, pwede rin po ito na sagot. No? Kung saan kayo convenient na pwede rin po. Basta, as long as alam niyo yung properties ng exponents and radicals natin. No? Okay. So, next tayo. Itong nanditong part. Rewrite each expression with positive exponents. So, yun. Erase ko lang pa. So, rewrite each expression with positive exponents. So, number 1, we have x raised to negative 2, y raised to 4. So, we can say that, di ba meron tayong properties which is equivalent kay a raised to negative n, ay pwede natin isulat yan as 1 over a n. Tama? 1 over a raised to n. Kasi nga, yung negative exponents, nag-indicate lang siya na nasa ilalim siya. No? So, dito, we can see that yung x raised to negative 2, pag nire-write natin yan, lalabas, the answer will be y raised to 4, retain pa rin yung y raised to 4, over, ito, ilo-lower lang natin, lalabas x squared. So, the final answer will be y raised to 4, x raised to 2. So, yan po yung final answer. Then, for number 2, we have x all over 3y raised to negative 2. Same din yun. So, ito, yung value rin ng y na naka-negative for 1 over a raised to negative n, we can see that a raised to n po yan. No? So, reciprocal lang din. Iaangat lang natin yung a raised to n. So, dito, ganun din mangyayari. So, x, dito po sa equation natin, ang naka-raised to negative 2 lang po ay yung y. So, therefore, yung y lang po yung iaangat natin dyan. Hindi po kasama yung 3. Kasi si 3 is wala namang power na negative dyan sa equation natin. So, we can see that x, y raised to 2 all over 3. So, therefore, ito po yung pinaka-answer natin dyan sa number 2. Okay? Number 3 tayo. For number 3, we have 3y x negative 2 all over 3 squared xy raised to negative 6. Okay. So, ngayon, gaya lang din naman ang ginagawa natin kanina. Pag may negative sa taas, ibaba mo lang. Pag may negative sa baba, iangat mo lang sa taas. No? So, dito, pwede kong sabihin, ito ay 3y. I-retain ko yung 3y dyan kasi wala namang negative na exponent dyan. Over, ito, 3 squared pa rin yan, di ba? So, 3 squared. Then, yung xy dito naka-negative. So, pwede kong iangat yan. So, lalabas siya na ay times xy raised to 6. Then, yung negative dito, ibababa ko, lalabas siya na ay x squared. Therefore, lalabas, ito po yun, 3y times, ito, may properties ulit tayo, lalabas siya na x raised to 1 times 6, so lalabas 6 yan, y raised to 6 all over 9x squared. Then, we can say na y times y raised to 6, so pwede natin sabihin 3x 6 y raised to 7 all over 9x 2. Okay? So, dito, pwede na itong sagot. Pero syempre, pwede ba tayo mag-factor out? Kasi si 3 at si 9, pwede natin siyang i-divide. Tama ba? So, pag dinivide natin ito ng 3, so lalabas to 1, dito ay 3. So, lalabas, we can rewrite this as yung may x squared ko pa dito, tapos may x6 dyan sa taas. Diba? A raised to m over a raised to n. We can say that a raised to m minus n. So, lalabas dito, pag na-raise ko yung x sa taas, lalabas siya na ay 1, kasi nga, dinivide ng 3 yung 3 dyan, x raised to 6 minus 2, y raised to 7 over 3. Therefore, the answer will be x raised to 4, y raised to 7 all over 3. Ito po yung another answer. Okay? Okay. Number 4. Yung number 4 at number 5, kayo na lang po siguro sumagot, no? Diyan sa module natin. Then, proceed tayo dun sa another example or another exercises. Okay. Next will be write each number in scientific notation. So, si scientific notation lang naman, papaikliin na natin yung pag-rewrite or pagsulat ng numbers dyan. So, for number 1, ito, number 1 is 0.0000782. So, we can say na pag smaller number, smaller value po, so pag galing from left to right, so negative po yung magiging exponents niya. So, for number 1, we can see that 7.82 times 10 raised to, bilangan mo lang kung ilang 0 papunta doon sa 7, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, times 10 raised to negative 5 po yan. Then, for number 2, we can say na 386,100,000. So, pwede natin gawin yan as 8.36 times 10. So, bilangan mo lang ulit from right to left. Positive po yung magiging exponents niya na. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we can say that 8.361 times 10 raised to negative, raised to 8. Then, for number 3, 148,123,000,000. So, pwede natin siyang isulat as 1.48123 times 10. So, bilangan mo lang ulit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, 11 po yung power niya. Okay. Then, for another example, kabaliktad naman po yung gagawin natin, no? So, pero, ano naman yan, for the sake lang na matuto tayo ng example. Pero, syempre, pag actual na, syempre, mas convenient sa atin na i-scientific notation lahat ng mga longer numbers, no? Pero sagutan lang natin for the sake na malaman natin kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng scientific notation. So, write each number in decimal notation. So, 9.36 times 10 raised to negative 8. So, since negative 8 po siya, ibig sabihin, left po yung paglagay natin ng 0. No? So, since 8 po, maglagay tayo, simula kay 9, 1 po agad yung number, then magdagdag po tayo ng 7 na 0. So, lalabas dyan ay 0.0000024679336 po yan. Then for number 2, we can say na 1.823 times 10 raised to 9. So, raised to 9 siya, positive po siya. So, maglalagay po tayo ng 9, tatakbo ng 9 from left to right, from left to right naman yung pagdagdag natin ng values na 0. So, lalabas tayo 1, simula dyan sa 0.823, meron tayo agad na 3 numbers. So, 8, 2, 3. So, may natitira pa tayo 6 na 0. So, lalabas yan ay 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So, ito po yung magiging sagot po dyan sa tanong natin. So, for number 1, 7.82 times 10 raised to negative 5. Then, for number 2, 8.361 times 10 raised to 8. Then, 1.48123 times 10 raised to 11. Then, yung value nung number 1, yung 9.36 times 10 raised to negative 8. So, ito po siya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then, for 1.823 times 10 raised to 9, ito po siya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yan po yung sagot. Okay. Next po tayo para okay. Next. Okay. Another exercise pa rin. Continuation ng mga exercise. Use the properties of radicals to simplify expression. So, sagutan ko lang siguro yung first 5 problems para then yung 6 to 10 assignment na lang po ninyo or kayo na lang po ang sumagot, no? For number 1, we can say that square root ni 8 multiplied by square root ni 2. So, pwede natin sabihin yan as ganito. Square root ni 8 multiplied by the square root of 2. So, pwede natin siyang isulat as equal to square root ni 8 times 2. Then, lalabas square root ni 16. Then, si 16 is perfect square. So, lalabas yan ay 4. Or 4 times 4 is equivalent kay 16. Okay? For number 2, we have 6 root of x raised to 6. Or we can say na yung natin ay nth root ni m, nth root ni a raised to m is equivalent kay a raised to m over n. Dito, so lalabas yan is x raised to 6 over 6. Therefore, x raised to 1 yan. Therefore, the final answer will be x. Yan po. Then, for number 3, okay, for number 3, we have 4th root of 48x 5. Then, we can say na yung 48, pwede natin sabihin 16 times 3. Okay? So, lalabas siya na ay 4th root ni 16 times 3x raised to 5. Then, 16 is perfect, may perfect 4th root siya. So, pwede natin sabihin 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, lalabas na ay 4. Tapos ito, lalabas ay 4. Lalabas na ay 16. Therefore, ito, 4th root ni 16 is equivalent kay 2. Tama? So, ilalabas ko na yung 16. Lalabas yan ay 2. Tapos, ang may iwan po ay ito. So, since wala naman siyang perfect 4th root, i-rewrite na lang natin siya ulit as 4th root of 3x raised to 5. So, yan na po yung answer. Or pwede mo siyang isulat as ganito. 2 times 3x raised to 5 over 4. Pwede rin po ito. No? Kahit saan po dyan, okay lang. Okay. For number 4. Number 4 tayo Number 4. Okay, we have cube root of negative 40 x raised to 6. Okay? Then, we can say that negative 40 is pwedeng 8 times 5. Para i-factor out natin yung 40. Then, pag nag-8 times 5 tayo, si 8 is a perfect cube. Tama? Okay, so we can say that tapos ito ay x raised to 6. So, pwedeng ilabas natin yan. Lalabas kasi yan x raised to 6 over 3. Tama? So, lalabas yan ay x raised to 2. Tama? So, lalabas dito, pag in-simplify natin yung expression, lalabas ay cube root ni negative 8 x raised to 6 times 5. So, 5 times 8 is 40, tapos x raised to 6. Negative. Ito. Okay? Ngayon, pag nilwrite ko yan, pwede kong sabihin negative 8 x 6 multiplied by 1 over 3, tapos 5 raised to 1 over 3. Then, ito, square root of cube root of negative 8, lalabas po yan ay positive 2. Then, yung 6, lalabas yan ay, ito na. So, lalabas yan ay merong x squared. Then, yung 5, wala namang, hindi mo naman mababago. Lalabas, pwede mo ilagay yan, 5 at 1/3. Or either, ito yung sagot mo. 2x squared cube root ni 5. So, ito po yung sagot for number. Since negative 8 po siya, may negative pa pala dito. Negative. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 2 times negative 2. Negative 2 dito. So, lalabas, negative 4 pala to. Negative 2 dito. Therefore, try negative 8. So, perfect cube po siya. No? Okay. Then, for number 5, we can say that see 2 the square root of 48 minus 3 the square root ni 27. So, 5 2 the square root ni 48 minus 3 the square root ni 27. Okay. So, pwede kong sabihin yung 48 ay 16 times 3. So, lalabas tayo 2 the square root ni 16 times 3 minus 3 the square root ni si 27, pwede kong sabihin 9 times 3 din. Diba? 9 times 3 is 27. So, lalabas tayo 9 times 3. Then, si 16 is a perfect square and si 9 is a perfect square. Tama? So, pwede kong sabihin 2 perfect square root of 16 is equivalent kay 4 times 4. Then, square root ni 3 minus yung 9 is square root mo is perfect din siya. So, lalabas 3. 3 times 3 the square root ni 3. Tama? Then, lalabas ito, 4 times 2 is 8. The square root ni 3 minus 9. The square root ni 3. Then, factor out natin to. Pwede kong sabihin 8 square root ni 3. Kasi parang may square root ni 3. Square root ni 3 times 8 minus 9. Then, lalabas 8 minus 9 is negative 1. So, pwedeng sagot, negative 1, the square root ni 3. Or, negative the square root ni 3. So, yan po yung sagot for number 5. Okay, yung mga sumusunod po, yung 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kaya na lang pong sumagot yan. Then, yung another, kita ko na lang po sa inyo. Yung 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kaya na po ang sumagot niyan. Then, yung susunod, yung change radical to exponential and exponential to radical form, kaya na lang din po ang example number 1 lang tayo. Then, yung mga susunod po ay kaya na po ang sumagot Okay, for number 1, we have 2 x fourth root of 3 x cube. Fourth root of x cube. X cube. Okay. So we can say na ito, pwede sabihin 2x multiplied by x raised to 3 over 4 po siya. Ganyan. Since change radical to exponential, so kailangan ay naka-exponential lahat, no? So walang makikitang square root dyan or nth root or anong may ganitong sign, no? Okay, so we can say na, di ba, nth root ni a raised to m is equivalent kay a raised to m over n. So therefore, m is yung 3, tapos yung n is yung 4. So x raised to 3 over 4. Ngayon, di ba may 1 to? Then meron tayong properties which is a raised to n multiplied by a raised to m is equivalent kay a raised to n plus 1, n plus m. Therefore, 1 plus 3 over 4 po tayo dyan. So, lalabas 2 times x raised to 1 plus 3 over 4. Therefore, 2x raised to 7 over 4 po yan. Ito po yung sagot para dun sa number 1. Okay? Then, yung 2, 3, 4, kaya na pong sumagot dyan, no? Okay. Next. So, simplify the rational exponents. No? Simplify lang naman po natin to. So, siguro sagutin ko lang yung number 1 para at least ay may idea kayo, no? For number 1, we can say na negative 5x raised to 5 over 3, then 3x raised to negative 3 over 4. Okay, so we can say na negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. So, equals negative 15 po agad tayo. Then, sabi ko nga, a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n is equivalent kay a raised to m plus n. Or pwede mong i-lower to sa ilalim. Magiging x raised to a raised to negative n is equivalent kay 1 over a raised to n. No? Then, later naman, mag-minus ka pa rin naman. So, pwede natin gamitin agad tong properties na to. So, we can say na x raised to 5 over 3 plus negative 3 over 4 po yan. So, therefore, lalabas yan, negative 15 x, least common denominator, least common, which is 12. Then, 4 times 5 is 20. Tapos, minus 3, 9 to. Therefore, ang lalabas dyan, wait lang, check ko lang dun sa raised to negative 3/4. Okay, negative 3/4. So, lalabas, negative 15 x raised to 20 minus 9 is equivalent kay 11 over 12. Okay. So, lalabas, ito po yung sagot natin. Or we can say na negative 15 12 root of x raised to 11 po yung sagot natin dyan. No? So, yan po. Then, yung another number dyan, kaya lang pang sumagot yung 2, 3, 4, 5. No? Then, proceed po tayo dun sa another topic. Okay, another topic, polynomials and factoring. So, polynomials, the most common algebraic expression. Some examples are 3x plus 9, 4x cubed minus 2x squared plus 24, so on and so forth. The first two are polynomials in x and the third is polynomial in x and y. So the terms of polynomials in X have the format a x k raised to k, where a is the coefficient and k is the degree of term. So nandiyan naman sa box, pakibasa nyo na lang po yan, where a n is not equal to 0, the polynomial is the degree of n. So yung n po, dyan yung nag-determine kung ano yung degree ng ano natin. Then the leading coefficient and AO is the constant term. Okay? Si AO po doon, ito si AO daw ay constant term. No? Okay, polynomials with 1, 2, or 3 terms are called monomials, binomials, and trinomials, respectively. In standard form, a polynomial is written with descending power of x. So, dito, kapag binigay yung polynomials, minsan hindi naman pasunod yung power niya. No? Yung power ay na-determine po dyan sa exponents po niya. So, dito, to make it standard, so dapat yung mas mataas ang exponent yung inuunang sinusulat, no? Then kung ano yung pinakamataas na exponents, yun po yung nag-determine ng degree ng polynomials. For example, dito, 4x squared minus 5x raised to 7 minus 2 plus 3x. So negative 5x raised to 7 plus 4x squared plus 3x minus 2 is the standard form. Then since 7 yung may pinakamataas na exponents, so or power, so siya yung degree of 7. No? Same din dun sa letter B, then letter C. Okay, operations with polynomials. So we have plus, sum and difference of polynomials. So, plus minus lang naman po yan. You can add and subtract polynomials in much the same way you add and subtract real numbers. Simply add or subtract like terms. So parang lang yan nung elementary days na nag-add lang tayo ng numbers. Pero syempre, dito sa polynomials na pinag-usapan natin, dapat pareho po yung itsura nung i-add natin. For example, the variables and the exponents should be equal or same yung same terms. For example, x squared plus dapat x squared din yung ipa-plus mo, or x squared y squared dapat yung ipa-plus mo din may x squared y squared din, no? So hindi mo pwedeng pagsamahin yung mga hindi like terms. Pag hindi talaga like, wag hindi magsasama yan. Okay, product of polynomials. To find the product of polynomials, use the left and right distribution properties. So, FOIL method for product polynomials. So, for multiplying polynomials, we are using FOIL method, no? Sa high school, senior high, madalas ginagamit siya. Pero tuturuan ko kayo later ng mas madaling way ng pag-solve ng product of polynomials, no? Then, special products. Some binomials products have special forms that occurs frequently in algebra. You do not need to memorize these formulas because you can use the distributive property to multiply. So, ito, special product lang naman siya. Pero, syempre, kapag familiar kayo dito, madali na lang yung solving. Pero, syempre, kung mas alam mo naman yung basic, which is yung pag-multiply at yung distributive property, yung pag-multiply, yung FOIL method, at kapag magsasaulo nito, di ba? Pero yun nga, for the sake lang na mabilisan yung pag-solve, kasi kung familiar ka naman dyan sa special products, mabilis na lang din yung pag-solve. Okay, so special product example, so 5x plus 9 and 5x minus 9. So lalabas, u plus v multiplied by u minus v. So u squared minus v squared. So kapag opposite po yung ditong terms, plus and minus po yung ano niyan. Kasi pag nag-multiply ka ng 5x times negative 9 tapos mag-multiply yung positive 9 times 5x, makakancel po yun. Mas-zero kaya wala na yung gitna dito sa ano niya, no? So same din dito sa pagtatlong terms. So x plus y minus 2 or x plus y plus 2. May ditong part na magkaiba yung ano niya, yung ibang sign. So may masisiro yung isang value dyan, no? Okay. Next. So, exercise na lang tayo para mas maintindihan natin, no? Exercise number 6, perform the operations and write the result in standard form. Okay, for number 1, we have 6x plus 5 minus 8x plus 15. Okay, sabi nga kanina, in adding and subtracting polynomials, pinagsasama lang po natin yung mga pareho po or yung like terms, no? Kung ano yung magkakapareho, yun lang po yung pagsasamahin natin. Pero kapag hindi po sila magkapareho, wag pong pagsasamahin na. Okay, so si 6x at si 8x ay pareho po may x. So lalabas, pwede natin siyang isulat na 6x minus 8x. Then yung 5 and yung 15, pwede natin siyang pagsamahin, no? So, plus 5. Yung 15 na positive dito, since naka-parenthesis po siya dun sa negative, so magiging negative po yung value nito, no? So, lalabas minus 15. Therefore, the answer will be negative 2x equals minus 10. Okay? So, lalabas, ang sagot po natin ay negative 2x minus 10 po yung result ng natin. Then for the standard form, so wala namang ibang value yung x natin or wala namang may exponents na mas higher dun sa x dito. So, yun the standard form will be 2x minus 10 na agad tayo. Okay? For number 2, we have 2x squared plus 1 minus x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, sabi kanina, pagsamahin lang din yung like terms, no? So, lalabas, pwede sabihin 2x squared plus 1 minus, ilalabas ko ito lahat, nandyan, sa parentheses, x squared plus 2x minus 1. Therefore, yung pagsamahin ko yung 2x dito, 2x squared minus x squared, then plus 2x plus 1 minus 1. Therefore, ito at ito, lalabas dyan ay x squared. Then, plus 2x. Then, dito ay 1 minus 1 is 0. So, lalabas, the final answer will be x squared plus 2x. So, madali naman actually, no? So, siguro, kahit hindi na natin isolve yung lahat dyan. Solve na lang natin yung number. Check natin muna. Yung number 9, number 10, 11, 12, and 13. So, yung mga hindi po kasama dyan na number, yung 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, kayo na lang po mag-compute. Yung number 15, number 14, kayo na lang din po mag-compute, na para mas ma-practice nyo din po sa sarili nyo na nag-solve kayo. Okay, for number 9, we have 9x squared plus 3y squared plus 5 multiplied by 2x plus 3xy plus 2y squared. Okay. 9x squared plus 3y squared plus 5 times 2x plus 3xy plus 2y squared. So therefore, multiply mo muna ito doon. Tapos ito doon. Ganon, no? Okay. So ganito. Ito muna doon. Pag ganon. Then dito, pag ganon. Then, ganyan. Diba? So kung yan, no, nakakalito siya. Pero, solve muna natin ng ganon, no? Para at least ay mas sundan ninyo. Okay. For number 9, 9x squared multiplied by 2x. So, lalabas po yan ay 18. X cube agad. So, lalabas tayo 18x cube. Then, 9x squared plus nito, times ito pala, plus 9x squared times 3xy. So, lalabas 9 times 3 is 27. X cube y plus 9x squared multiplied by 2y squared. So, lalabas yun ay 18 x squared y squared. Then, dito ko sa 3, yun naman yung didistribute natin ulit. No? 3y squared multiplied by 2x is equivalent kay plus 6 pala. 3 times 2 is 6y squared x plus 3y squared multiplied by 3xy is 9xy squared plus 3y squared multiplied by 2y squared plus 6y squared. Then yung 5 multiplied mo doon dito at dito din. So lalabas yun ay plus 5 times 2x is 10x plus 5 times 3xy is 15xy plus 5 times 2y squared is equivalent kay 10y squared. So, check mo kung may like terms. So, kung walang like terms, i-arrange mo lang siya into standard form. So, yung may pinakamataas na exponents, so siya po yung mauna. 4 pala to. 3y squared times 2y squared is raised to 4. Okay. So, lalabas, hanapin mo yung may pinakamataas na exponent, si 6. So, lalabas po yan ay 6y raised to 4 plus 18x cube plus, yung may cube pa rin ito, 27x cube y plus yung may squared 9 cube pala to, cube 9xy cube plus 18x squared y squared plus 6xy squared, ito po, plus 10y squared plus 15xy plus 10. Okay? X. So, therefore, ito po yung pinaka-final answer natin. 6y4 plus 18x cube plus 27x cube y plus 9xy cube plus 18x squared y squared plus 6xy squared plus 10y squared plus 15xy plus 10x. No? Ang haba. Yan po yung final answer natin. Okay? So, number 10. So, number 10, halos ganun pa rin siya. So, sulat ko lang, equation. For number 10, we have 5x squared plus 2x plus 4 times 3y squared plus 4y plus 19. Therefore, ito ang magiging solution natin. 5x times nito is 15x squared y squared plus 5x squared times to is 20x squared y plus 5x squared times yung 19, lalabas yan ay 95x squared plus yung 2x natin, multiply dito, lalabas yan ay 6y squared x plus ito, multiplied nun, 8x y plus ito, multiplied nun, plus 38x plus ito, multiplied nito, 12y squared. Ito, multiplied nun, plus 16y plus 4 times 19 is equivalent kay 76. Therefore, ito na po yung ano natin. Check kung may like terms. Kung walang like terms, arrange mo na lang po ng maayos or in standard form. So, lalabas, sagot po natin ay, unahin po natin yung may mga squared. So, lalabas yan ay equivalent kay 95 ito. 95x squared plus 12y squared plus 15x squared y squared plus 20x squared y plus 6y squared x plus 38x plus 16y plus 8xy plus 76. Yan po yung final answer. Pero madalas, kapag sa exam po ako, kahit hindi po naka-standard form, okay lang din po sa akin. Nag-consider po ako ng mga ganong sagot, no? Hindi naman kasi kailangan i-standard pa kung sakaling, basta alam mo lang kung ano yung process or kung paano mag-solve ng ano, no? Okay, for number, ano sulat? Number 11? Okay, number 11 tayo. Number 11, we have square root ni x plus square root ni y multiplied by square root ni x minus square root ni y. Ito po siya. Okay? So, pwede na rin sabihin ito, x, or ito kasi distributive property, no? Or may special product property siya na u plus v tapos u minus v is equivalent kay u squared minus v squared, no? Pero syempre kung ito yung ano natin, lalabas yan squared mo yung square, lalabas yan ay x, tapos yung v natin pag in-squared mo yan minus y yan ang sagot, di ba? Kung sa ulo mo yun, or kung pamilya ka dun sa special products. Pero kung hindi mo siya sa ulo, pwede mo siyang sabihin square root ni x plus, solve mo siya mano-mano, distributive property, no? Square root ni x minus square root ni y. Okay, x times, square root ni x times square root ni x, so lalabas yan ay x. Then, square root ni x times yun, minus x, minus square root ni x, square root ni y. Then, y plus square root ni y, square root ni x, minus ito at ito, y. So, ito, positive, negative, tsaka positive. Maka-cancel lang din siya. Lalabas, x minus y. So, yun po yun. Then, yung mga natitira siguro ay kahit kayo na po siguro ang sumagot niyan, no? Para at least ay makausog pa tayo, no? Yung number 12, number 13, kayo na lang din po sumagot niyan. Okay. Next po tayo para at least mas makarami tayong video. Okay. Division of polynomials. So, there are two procedures in dividing polynomials. The procedures are especially valuable in factoring and finding the zeros of polynomial functions. So, long division polynomials, then synthetic divisions. Wait. Dun pala sa products, dito sa number, ito, pag nag-multiply tayo ng pwede natin gamitin yung tinuro sa atin ng elementary kapag nag-multiply na sagutan ko na muna yung number 12, no? So we can say na number 12 is x minus square root ni 5 squared, or we can rewrite this as x minus square root ni 5, then x minus the square root of 5. So, ito po siya. X minus the square root of 5 squared. So, x minus the square root of 5, x minus the square root of 5. Pwede natin i-multiply siya. Square root of 5 times square root of 5 is positive 5. Tanggalin mo yung square root. Then ito, square root of 5 times ito, lalabas yan ay x the square root of 5. Since negative yan, negative din to. Then lalabas ito at ito, negative x square root of 5. Then ito, x squared. Lalabas, x squared. Then, pagsamahin mo yung like terms, negative 2x the square root of 5 plus 5. So, ito po yung sagot. So we can use, you can use pag ganitong process, no? So, for example, kung mga ganitong bagay na, 2x squared plus 3x plus 5 times 2x cubed plus 5x squared plus 3x plus 4. Masyadong mahirap na pag i-distributive property natin, no? Pero kapag nakaganito siya, syempre, naka-align yung mga like terms, pwede mo siyang isolve. Mabilisan na lang siya, no? Pero, in the latter part pa naman, makakadaan pa tayo ng mga ganung bagay na kung saan mas ma-appreciate niya yung ganitong process, no? Okay. Balik tayo dun sa discussion, which is division of polynomials. So we have long division polynomials tsaka synthetic divisions. So example of a long division polynomials, divide yan. Then masyado namang detailed yung example dyan. So divide 6x cubed minus 19 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4 by x minus 2 and use the result to factor the polynomial. So we can say that 6x cubed minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4 divided by x minus 2. So una, titingnan mo lang itong 6x cubed dito at saka yung 3. So, yung x. So kung ano yung divisible dyan, so di ba we can say that 6x cubed divide x is 6x squared. So, lagay mo 6x squared, then 6x squared multiplied by x is 6x cubed, then 6x squared multiplied by negative 2 is negative 12x squared. Then, minus mo, minus nito, so cancel to. Then, magiging positive to, so negative 19x squared plus 12, so lalabas negative 7x squared. Then, bring down 16x. Then, check mo lang ulit ito, yung 7. Then, check mo dun sa x ulit kung ano yung magiging divisible. So, ito ay negative 7x squared divided by x. So, pwede natin sabihin negative 7x. Then, negative 7x multiplied dito is 7x squared. Then, ito, multiplied down is positive 14x. Then, minus ulit. So, magiging positive to. Cancel. Then, magiging minus to. So, positive 16 minus 14. So, 2x. Then, bring down 4. 2x divided by x is 2. So, 2 times nito is 2x. Then, 2 nito, negative 4. So, lalabas 0. So, perfect, pwede natin i-factor yung sagot natin as 6x squared minus 7x plus 2 at the factor of x minus 2. No? So, from the answer, on the long division, you can conclude that 6x squared minus 19x squared plus 16x minus 4 is a factor of x minus 2 times 6x squared minus 7x plus 2. Pero, yung 6x squared minus 7x plus 2 is pwede pa nating i-reduce yun, no? Or i-factor into 2x, into 2x minus 1 and 3x minus 2. So, therefore, the factor will be negative 2x, x minus 2 multiplied by 2x minus 1 multiplied by 3x minus 2. So, ito po yung factor niya. No? Okay. Next. So, synthetic division naman tayo. So, synthetic division for cubic polynomials to divide ax cubed plus bx plus cx plus t by x minus k, use the following pattern. So, yung numbers dito, yun yung ilalagay natin dito. So, si A, si B, si C, at saka si D. Then, yung i-divide is kung ano yung number dito sa kabila naman. Yun yung ilalagay natin dito na K. Then, first, A, bring down A, then A times K, ito. Then, B minus KA, kung anong sagot. Then, itong sagot dito, multiply ulit doon. At yun yung ilalagay dito. Then, C minus yung sagot ulit dito. Then, makakakuha ng panibagong sagot dito. Then, yung sagot dito, multiply doon. Then, ilagay dito. Hanggang sa makuha natin yung either mag-zero yung itong dito or magkaroon ng value. Pag mayroong value po yan, tinatawag po siyang remainder. No? Okay. Next. So, example tayo ng synthetic division. So, to divide x 4 minus 10x squared minus 2x plus 4 by x plus 3. So, ito po siya. So, si x plus 4 is 1, then yung cube ay 0, then yung squared ay negative 10, then yung x is negative 2, then 4. So, wala kasing cube dito, kaya nilagyan dito ng 0 na value, no? Then, x plus 3, so pag nilabas natin yung 3, magiging negative 3. So, negative 3 po yung dito, no? Na value. So, first bring down 1, then 1 times negative 3 is negative 3, then 0 minus 3 is negative 3, then negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9, then negative 10 plus 9 is negative 1, then negative 1 multiplied by negative 3 is positive 3, then negative 2 plus 3 is positive 1, then 1 multiplied by negative 3 is negative 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So may remainder na 1 tayo. So lalabas, ang final answer natin will be 4x x raised to 4 minus 10x squared minus 2x plus 4 all over x plus 2 is equivalent kay x cube. Ito, 1 kasi siya. So parang mag-umpisa lang babawasan mo lang yung exponents, no? So 1 siya. So x cube to, then negative 3x squared, then negative x plus 1 plus, itong 1 ulit dito, over ng divisor natin. No? 1 over x plus 3. Okay, the remainder and factor theorem. So, the remainder theorem, if a polynomial f of x is divided by x minus k, the remainder will be r minus f of k. Then the factor theorem, polynomial of f of x as a factor of x minus k if f of k is equivalent kay 0. So, example na tayo para at least maintindihan natin. So, use the remainder theorem to evaluate the following functions. So, x is equivalent kay negative 2. So, functions natin ay 3x squared plus 8x squared plus 5x minus 7. So, for synthetic division, 3 yung dito, 3, then 8, then 5, then negative 7. Then yung divisor natin is negative 2. So, negative 2 yung ano natin dito. Then, negative 3, bring down 3. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So, 8 minus 6 will be 2. Then, 2 times 2 is negative 4. 5 minus 5 plus negative 4 is positive 1. 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. So, negative 9. Negative 7 minus plus negative 2 is negative 9. So, the remainder will be negative 9. So, yung kumbaga, yung remainder isa sa mga points ng graph kapag rinap natin yung equations or itong functions na to, no? So, lalabas, kapag ang value po natin ay negative 2, ang lalabas po na point ng, or yung kapareho ni, kung x ay negative 2, yung magiging y niya po ay negative 9, no? Yung, kumbaga may kapartner agad siya. So, si remainder is madalas kapartner nung dinivide or divisor natin, no? Okay. Same din po ito yung process, no? So, shows that x minus 2 and x plus 3 are the factors of 2x to the 4th plus 7x cubed minus 4x squared minus 27x minus 18. So, solution, 2, 7, negative 4, negative 27, and 18. Then, first muna yung negative 2. So, pag nilabas po yan, magiging positive 2. So, bring down, multiplied, plus, then multiplied ulit, then pagsamahin, multiplied, pagsamahin. Tapos, pag na-0 po siya, ibig sabihin perfect po yung ano. Then, since the remainder of function 2 is 0, therefore, x minus 2 is a factor. So, also, perform synthetic divisions for x plus 3. So, itong value dito sa 2, 11, x, 18, 9, and 0, yun naman po yung i-factor natin, no? Para at least kuha natin kung yung x plus 3 ay isa sa mga factor ng equation na nasa taas. So, yun. So, 2, 11, 18, 9. So, meron kang negative 3 dito. So, bring down 2. Tapos, multiply negative 6. Pagsamahin, 5. So, multiply doon, 15. Pagsamahin, 3. Tapos, 3 times 3. Pagsamahin, 0. So, since the remainder is of 0 pa rin, therefore, x plus 3 is a factor also nung kanina. No? Then, basahin nyo na lang po yung nasa kahon. Then, polynomials with common factors. Siguro, stop ko na lang muna dito yung video kasi masyadong mahaba. Baka mahirap naman panoorin na. No? So, shoutout na lang siguro kana Rona, kay Angelica Malamo, at saka kay Charlene Chaka. No? Sabi niya kasi, shoutout ko daw sila kasi subscribe nila yung YouTube channel ko. Okay. So, siguro yung ganito na lang muna. Then, Another video will be uploaded na lang, no?